Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to our subject tuple. Today we're going to talk about tuple listening. Okay, tuple listening that we will have time for to seek lectures and seek question. It's 3 to 3 composition and 5 question each and 60 to 19 minutes. The listening section of Toefl IBT may show your ability to understand spoken English in academic setting. And this is a Toefl listening, a type of listening stage. This is lectures. In listening, you will hear lectures taught. A professor can be heard speaking also for the audio recording. And then the classroom discussion. Professor and student are discussing an academic topic. And then conversation, a student consulting a professor in his or her office or surprise encounter with a support staff. So this is the main topic that you will have when you test a tuple. And then this is the gist content question. This content question, understanding the gist of lectures or conversations, mean understanding the general topic or main idea. Okay. And the gist of lectures or conversation may express explicitly or implicitly. A question that tests understanding the case may require you to generalize or synthesize information from what you heard. And this is the tips. This content question asks about the overall contents of the listening passage. Eliminate choice that refers to only small portion of the listening passage. Use your notes. Decide what overall term types that dial in your notes together. Choose the answer that comes closest to describing these overall terms. Note that the project's content question that correct answer and in the correct choices can sometimes be worded more abstractly. And then this is the gist proposal question. And the gist proposal question sometimes focus on the purpose of the composition rather than on the content. This type of question will be more accurate with composition, but this proposed question will also occasionally be asked about lectures. Tip for this proposed question: listen for the unifying term of composition. For example, during a professor office hour, a student asks the professor will help with the paper of glaciers. Their conversation includes fact about glaciers, but the unifying some sort of composition is that the student needs help writing this paper. In this composition, the speaker are not attempting to convey a main idea about fiction. In supervised encounters composition, the student is often trying to solve the problem. Understanding what student problem is and how it will be solved will be helpful to answer and this proposed question. And this is the tail question. The tail question that is required to understand and remember explicit detail or fact from lecture or composition. This detail are typically related directly or indirectly to case of the text by providing elaboration, examples, or other support. In some cases, where there is a long digression that is not clearly related to the main idea, you may ask about some detail of the digression. Tip for the detailed question. Refer to your notes as your answer. Remember, you will not be asked about minor point. Your notes should contain the major detail from the composition or lecture. Do not choose an answer only because it contains some of the words that were used in the composition or lecture. Incorrect response will often contain words and phrases from the listening passage. If you are unsure of the correct response, decide which one of the choice is most consistent with the main idea of the composition or lecture. Remember that new terminology is often tested in the child question. So here's the tip for the child question if you test a tuple. Okay, thank you so much.